Welcome, everybody. My name is Ken Bollender with Prosperity Highway Global and BrandRise. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to everybody here today at our live Zoom, as well as anyone listening to our replay. We really appreciate you taking time out to see what the latest and greatest is with our team. Saves us a lot of time on one-on-one conversations. Now, today is a presentation, and we're going to focus on that today. On Thursday, we are going to have an update, and we'll get more in depth on the updates on Thursday. But again, I'd like to extend a warm welcome and also kick it over to my partner to say hello.
Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the call. We're excited. We're excited you're here. We're excited you're watching the recording. Yeah, let's just jump into it, partner. It's time. It's on, baby.
All right, guys. So, again, we have a lot of meetings to cover the big picture. Right now, guys, we have a new campaign, so we're going to spend a little bit more time on that. Matter of fact, Steve and I, we decided let's go ahead and cover that because that's really the newest and latest information. Because really, it's about conversions, right? And when you have conversions, if you have a campaign that you have conversions and it's profitable. In other words, if you could put in $1 of advertising and get $2 out right away, who wouldn't do that? Especially with our new products here, guys, the bots, which provide residual income for many months and months and even years to come in the future. So that's really, really exciting, guys. We're going to dive into that. Normally, we get into the share what our capture pages are, and then we get into the demo, and then at the end we talk about our co-op. But since it's new enough, we decided, Steve and I talked, we thought let's go ahead and cover that so you can kind of see what's in it for you, even from a hands-off basis with us doing the advertising. Leads come in, people they sign up for the dot demo or the bot demo, right? They have a demo right in front of them of what this AI bot would look like on their website. And guys, it's instant. It's really a unique, powerful tool that gets people's attention. And already we're seeing a lot of demos happening, and we're getting the conversions with people signing up for the dollar trial. So that's really, really exciting, guys. I mean, when you see the demo and see how powerful this is, if any business person that can apply this tool, use it for a couple of weeks, I mean, chances are they're going to use it. And we'll get into more details on that. Well, actually, I did want to mention, so we use the AI more and more every day, and I was chatting with Chat GPT, and I'm like, well, I kind of laid out our strategy, and it said, it was really endorsing it really strongly, saying, man, if you can have an impact like that with the instant demo that grabs people attention, and then now they're excited about it, and it's just $1 to engage and use this for 2 weeks. Um, Chat GPT was saying how what a phenomenal campaign that would be, and it'd be highly successful. It was actually estimating that now a lot of it depends on us. We can't just ignore people and have things come in and not follow up. And that's the power of our system, guys. Is not only is it high tech, but it's high touch. So we have our call center standing by. So as people are signing up for the demos, we're gonna be following up on those demos when they sign up for the dollar trial. We're gonna be in touch with them right away, building out their bot. And we'll do that, guys, for $1. We're gonna build it, show that value, let them use that for 2 weeks. And according to Chat GPT, the conversions from that are anywhere from 25 to 60%. Okay. And guys, as we scale this, I believe this will be our most profitable, most effective money in, money out campaign, and not even considering the residuals. But when you consider the residuals, I think it'll be our most profitable campaign. Now, that being said, guys, we're committed not only to BrandRise, but the whole vision here was Sparky and team building and fulfilling on these ad packs. And BrandRise is like the bank. Okay, that's going to bring in the revenue the fastest, and then we're going to take from that revenue. We're going to be launching our new our other campaign that drives the coffee talk, and that's going to be starting up soon. But today, guys, today Tuesday, we're going to focus on the AI bot demo and a special campaign that we've kicked off. And Steve, I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to you to talk about. By the way, we call this an adopt a bot. Okay, and I'll tell you guys just really the synergy of why we put this together before Steve dives into it. And that is you just can't find a campaign with less resistance for people to come in. You know, they see the attractive ads that grab their attention. They go there, they have a bot built in front of them on their website that they can interact with, and that bot is now role playing with them as a potential customer for their business. And seeing how well it performs, they go, "Wow, this is incredible." And then for a dollar, I mean, I've never seen a campaign with less resistance. Okay, so that's so anyway, super excited about that. But Steve's going to go ahead. Oh, so what I was going to say. Now, the flip side of that, guys, is for a dollar. That means our call center team's going to be working. A lot of us are going to be working without the revenue for those 2 weeks. Okay, so uh, with that lag there, it's like, okay, what can we do to create a win-win that would bring in more revenue that we can really put in more and more money into the advertising budget. Guys, we want to get putting in, 20, 30,000 a week in advertising as soon as we possibly can. And Steve and I can't do that alone, right? A lot of the money that we put in the other campaigns, which unfortunately, didn't have the conversions that we expect on this campaign. But again, I expect this to be the most powerful, highest converting campaign that we've ever seen. So, guys, we put together something that we think is kind of irresistible. It's pretty dang motivating. So, Steve, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you to talk about our Adopt a Bot. Actually, let me just two more sentences. So, where do we come up with the Adopt a Bot? Okay, so we're going to be giving birth to these bots with the advertising. Our team's going to be selling it, and so you're kind of putting in an order, right? So when you order a bot, that means we're going to make a sell. We're going to sign that customer to you, and you're going to be the one that's going to receive the residual month after month after month, potentially years to come. So it's like an adoption process, right? So you go start the adoption, you put in the papers, you don't have the kid the next day, right? But it's kind of like putting in an order to have this child. Okay, so that's kind of a fun little campaign we put together, the Adopt a Bot. So with that, Steve, I'm gonna kick it over to you, my partner.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start sharing my screen here. Let's see, we're gonna go with screen one. I'm gonna share my sound, optimize for video. We're gonna share. And like, like Ken said, um, we've had more conversions off of this campaign uh after just literally like 48 hours after launching, and we're already seeing conversions, you guys. So, and it's we start off really, really low, and then you start to ramp up the campaign on the spend and how many people are seeing it. And then we start, finding out what ads are really working good, and we start, doubling down on those. It's a process. They usually, it takes a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks to really start humming. So to start getting actual conversions out of a campaign within the first 48 hours of launching while it's still in learning phase is really, really exciting. It's really built my confidence up in everything that we're doing. And I'm really excited to share with you this Adopt a Bot program that is really going to put you in the seat where you could take advantage of all this advertising as a co-op. So we're doing an advertising co-op, and it's really a customer acquisition campaign. So when you acquire a customer, this customer is going to be with you for long term. And as they increase their purchases with us, as they increase um, their system and they start upgrading and they're doing more and more with us, you just continue to earn all the way along the road. So it's pretty exciting. Right here from your dashboard, right on our slider here, this is the graphic. You want to go to the Adopt a Bot. Now, we haven't made this like a funnel. This isn't a funnel to really go out to the public. This is more an internal team customer acquisition program. So at some point, if as we continue to prove this out and it's working really, really well, we'll open it up to the public, and then that'll be really exciting. But even right now, if somebody in your team goes in on their dashboard and they click on this and they purchase one of these advertising or customer acquisition packages, you're going to earn your commission at whatever level you're at with our new tiered commission program. So really exciting. Right now it's a limited time offer because we're just, again, it's already proving itself. So we're we're very 98.9% positive this is going to be a really big hit. This is hot. We're hitting the hottest market out there. I mean, this is our best Facebook campaign that we've ever run. We've really got it dialed in. The automation that's behind these AI bots is incredible. The experience that the customers and our prospects are getting is top notch. I mean, it's just, very high tech, very well put together. Um,
Hey, Steve, just a quick comment. A lot of really legitimate, strong network marketing companies out there, they have a customer acquisition program. And by the way, when you have a company that has a customer acquisition program, that brings a lot of credibility, right? So many businesses, it's just about recruit to recruit to recruit. But this here shows that we are absolutely dedicated to bringing customers on board, which is going to be building ongoing residual income for all of us for many months and years to come. And so this is not unusual, and it's definitely something that we believe is extremely powerful. I just want to point that out, Steve. Back to you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's exciting, and we have high converting ad images on these Facebook campaigns, jaw-dropping instant. The AI demo is absolutely jaw-dropping. I mean, within 60 seconds or less, Ken's going to show you they have a really very professionally done graphic with the phone, with their website in the background, with an AI bot, a chat bot, and a voice bot already created so then they can demo on their product, on their service, on their company. So, and it happens like that because we've got agentic AI baked in to this campaign. Um, and it's a quick impulse purchase, so it's only $1. And so when people see that, they get excited and they're like, "Hey, it's only $1. I get to try this thing out for 14 days. Yeah, I'm going to give this a shot." Right? And so they do it. So that's why we're getting high conversions. And then that's when it's time to shine because now they're in that's the hardest part is to get them to take action. So for $1, they're taking action. Then we show them what we really can do, and then they're all in, right? And then after 14 days, then their subscription starts. That's when we'll actually assign these customers once their subscription starts. So we're not going to just assign the dollar trial. We're going to wait until their subscription starts, and then we're going to assign it. Correct, Ken? Once we get that's a full conversion. Um, you know, our AI, and even I was using Claude and Ken was using ChatGPT, and we got very similar numbers because what Claude's telling us is 25 to 50% conversions from dollar trials with this industry leading, and that's what the industry is saying. Um, and with this campaign, we're acquiring customers for you. So I do want to play this video. This is a great video, but before I do that, um, I mean, let's just talk about real quick why businesses need AI bots. Because 68% of small businesses now uh, that use AI, those without it are falling really far behind. So 80% of routine customer inquiries can be handled by AI chatbots. Most businesses miss these leads. 53% of business owners see better customer experience after implementing some kind of an AI. And right now, with all the AI out there, it's very overwhelming for businesses. But with just putting an AI chatbot, that's very simple. Or turning their website into a talking website is very simple compared to baking in agentic AI, which everybody else is trying to sell them to do, and to handle all their spreadsheet stuff, to handle all their customer service, their shipping, all that kind of stuff is great, and that's where they'll end up going, but that's a lot of work. That requires a lot of time, a lot of work, and it's overwhelming for people. But with an AI chatbot, it's really simple and it's instant. They can see instant gratification with our instant AI bot builder. So it's really exciting. And that's why we're getting conversions. And the conversions are just going to keep coming in. They're going to keep coming in. And, and it's just not going to stop. So, three massive, well, let's watch this video real quick. And then I want to get into the rest of, the rest of what we have to offer. Let's watch this video real quick.
Hey, Breeze AI here. Quick question. How many leads do you think you're losing right now because calls go unanswered, chats sit idle, or your team simply can't respond fast enough? Because in today's market, customers don't wait. They click, they call, they message, and if they don't get an instant answer, they move on to the next business. That means missed appointments, missed quotes, and missed revenue every single week. That's exactly why we built the BrandRise AI Agents Suite. Think of it as your AI front desk and AI sales rep that never sleeps, built to respond instantly, qualify leads, and route hot prospects to your team 24/7. Here's what that looks like. First, the conversational AI chatbot. It can be added right onto your current website and your existing sales or landing pages. So visitors get immediate answers, your bot captures their contact info, and it guides them to book an appointment or request a quote. No waiting, no guessing, just instant momentum. Second, the conversational AI voice bot. This is your AI receptionist on calls. It can answer inbound calls, handle common questions, ask a few smart qualifying questions, and then either book the appointment or transfer the call to your staff when it's time. And if the call ends before they book, it can even trigger a follow-up text to keep the conversation moving. Third, automated review AI. Because your reviews are one of your strongest sales assets. This agent responds consistently and professionally, using the right tone based on the situation. So your reputation stays strong without your team spending hours writing replies. Now here's the most important part. We're not here to hand you a tool and wish you luck. We build your agent using your website content and the company details you provide. Your services, your offers, your hours, your policies, your booking rules, and your preferred tone. Then we show you the bot working live. And yes, your AI bot can run on your current website and your current landing pages immediately. And if you want to go bigger, we can also build complete sales funnels and booking funnels for you too. We'll map that out together on your live demo call. So whether you want to start small or go all in, we have a package that fits. AI Agent Kit gives you one agent of your choice. AI Agent Crew gives you two agents of your choice. And AI Agent Pro gives you all three: chat, voice, and review automation, working together as a complete AI team. Ready to see what this looks like for your business? Click any button on this page and book your live demo now. I'll walk you through exactly how your AI agent captures leads, books appointments, and helps you grow, starting immediately.
So I love that outro, but we're kind of time constricted today. But that's what the customers see on their end on our funnel page. But we put it here just so we can talk a little bit about the AI, see what the customers are actually getting, and and so that's why we want to show that video. That's the actual product. Um, you know, it there's so many businesses out there that don't have. I mean, the research that we've done and the specific audience that we're reaching right now is very specific. We're reaching out to mostly to medical clinics, functional medical clinics, chiropractors, people that are doing like stem cell research, stem cell therapy, all this new age kind of medical stuff, because there's a lot of practitioners out there. My wife is a doctor, double board certified. And over the last couple years, she's really gone into the functional medicine world because it's rather than and a lot and most doctors, a lot of doctors, a lot of clinics are going in that direction because it's not just putting band-aids on people anymore, or prescribing stuff that's just you know just masking the root problem of people's health. With today's medical world, there's so many things out there that can really, really help people solve their problems and cure their problems and reach into their cells and their DNA and alleviate the actual problem that they're having. This instead of just taking away the symptoms. Instead of just putting a band-aid on it. And then when they stop taking their medication, it just comes back. A lot of times it comes back worse. And so there's so many of these practitioners out there, and half of this stuff, three-quarters of this stuff, you don't even have to be a doctor to do, right? So what happens is a doctor goes out, they start up a medical clinic, med spa, like a clinic, then they start bringing all these practitioners that are getting certified in these new age, you know, uh, protocols and gadgets and widgets and different things that they're doing, like vitamin infusions and uh, BHRT and stem cell and all this really cool stuff, bioidentical hormone stuff and you know peptides or is a really big one. GLP one, like weight loss stuff is huge, right? And so they're bringing all these people into these groups, but what happens is they all need advertising. Every single one of those practitioners needs customers. So it's a perfect market because they're hungry. They're really hungry to get their message out to the community so they can get people to come into their med spa and actually see each one of those practitioners. So it's not just the med spa, but it's all the practitioners are basically their own little businesses inside that med spa. And they're constantly coming up with new stuff. There's, laser treatments and stuff that they do for hair restoration and weight loss and everything else that then they need a new funnel. They need a way to communicate this stuff with the public. So they're spending a lot of money in advertising, but then they're losing a lot of that when it comes in because there's nobody to answer the phone, especially after hours. A lot of people are doing stuff after hours when they're scrolling on Facebook. They'll click on something, and if they don't get immediate response, they're going to move on to the next person or they're going to lose interest. By the next day, when the clinic is open, they're at work, they're busy, they forgot about it. And then it's not until nighttime again, maybe, that they're scrolling through, and then they just click on the next one that pops up. Well, with our AI bots, we can book them, we can talk to them, we can help them 24/7. So we're really heavily going after the med spas, chiropractors, that kind of. Those are the ones that are hungry for the business and they're spending the most money on advertising right now. So I'm going to show you this graphic that we have here that kind of gives you an idea of what you can actually earn with this. But before I do that, so we can show context, I want to show you what the actual campaign is. Okay, so the Adopt a Bot program, like Ken said, is basically it's a customer acquisition program. Okay, and it's an advertising co-op. These monies are going into advertising and marketing, so then we can bring in the customers and then we're assign them to you as according to whatever package you might choose. So we have four different packages. The most popular package is our this is called the family bot family package.
That's right.
And it's $4,500. You're getting basically you're buying nine and you're getting one free because they're $500 each for each one of these customer acquisition packages. Um, and you're getting a bump in commission as well. So, Ken, do you want to explain the bump in the commission?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Yeah, I'm really excited about that, guys. So for your consideration, being a team player, guys, Steve and I can't do this alone. We've got to get some advertising in there to really rock this thing. We want to get momentum as soon as we possibly can. And so if you do your advertising on your own and the leads come in, we have our call center which will still make the sell for you, and you can get your 20%. Well, by making a reservation or adopting a bot, then not only do you get your 20% for us selling it for you, you get an additional 10%. So that's 30%, guys. Just look at the $500. 30% of that 500 is $150 residual income a month. Okay. Now that's on the 500. We expect we'll average right about the 500. We have one at 400, and we have the price at 6 or 700. I forget the high end, but we feel like the average is going to be 500. So 30%, that's 150 a month, guys. So you do the math on that. It's it's really incredible. And in addition to that, guys, it's going to bump you up. When you look on the chart, it's going to get you a promotion. So if you buy one bot, it's going to get you promoted to the pro level. If you buy the parent package, the 5 bots, that's going to get you bumped up to the elite level. So you're going to get the full 20% off anything else that you sell because you're going to be bumped up to the elite level. If you buy the family one, the one that Steve mentioned, the 4500, you're going to get bumped up all the way up to the Premier Plus level, where you're getting 20% off anything else that you sell, 30% here, plus a 5% override off all of your other team that's growing down to the next Premier. So when you look at the fact you're getting the promotion, you're getting that extra 10%. I mean, so you're getting promoted first, and then you're going to get an extra 10% on top of that. It's a phenomenal deal, Steve. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, and let's look at some numbers. So we know that right now the most popular package is the 497 a month package. Um, right, yeah, and I think this needed to be changed to it was no, this is correct. So we have a 397 for one bot, 497 for 2 bots, and then is it 697 or 597 for 3 bots? I think maybe I need to fix that.
Yeah, it's quite frankly, I think most of them are going to be the chat and the voice, and then the others the reputation. So we're going to get some on the reputation, but I'd
Right.
say it'd be 80% will be the first two, and then about 10 or 20% will buy that third bot.
Yeah, so you can change when you come here, you can change this to see what it looks like, but this is the most popular package. And so let's say you bought the 5 package deal, you move this up to 5, and then that's $9.95 a month. It's $9.95 a month that you'll be getting back in residual income. And that's that's $11,000 in a year for the 4,500 bucks. So that's a big deal.
Hey,
Plus,
hey, Steve, just real quick on that first bot. So you can even finance the $500 package for like 20 a month. Okay, so would you exchange 20 a month for 150 a month? That's what it comes down to,
right,
right? And
yeah.
then you
So
could go up to the next level. You could finance the $2,500 package, and that payment would be, I don't know, about 100, a little over 100 a month, maybe. So would you
yeah,
exchange 100 a month for 5 times 150, right? So that's what the math, and then the next, would you, the next level, just, you could do the math on that. Yeah, it's very, very powerful.
yeah. So and if you go up to the 10, if you go up to the most popular one is the bot family. And I mean you can finance this thing for uh like Ken was saying, it's a pretty easy finance, and you got a lot of different options to finance. But with the firm, it comes out to about I think it's $155 a month. So for $155 a month, you could be earning $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month. And that's going to be average. It's not a guarantee, but that's going to be about the average that you'll be making. And keep this in mind, this is a new customer that's going to most likely going to want to get upgraded with their funnel system. They're going to want to start doing text messaging and emailing. And so they're going to want to upgrade their system with us. Every time they do that, you make more and more and more commission. Now, as a business owner myself, I run a luxury detail company here on the Big Island, and it was an overnight success because I adopted the same system, the same back-end software, billion-dollar back-end software system that we built on 6 years ago without AI. And I turned in I was making $89,000 a year. I turned that into $89,000 literally a month within 3 months after adopting this software. just because the speed to lead, I was able to communicate with my customers very quick, instantly. As soon as they call, it was an instant text back with the information. And then my whole team, everybody saw it, and then everybody could respond back. And then we had templates that we could respond back to them very quickly. So we started booking appointments like crazy. And then we started advertising our high-end stuff, and then as we started getting those high-end jobs really, really quick against the competition, we became the number one luxury detailing company in the whole state. Overnight success. And I stuck with the same company for like 7 years. Why would I ever want to change? As a matter of fact, I kept upgrading and getting more and more and more from them because I didn't, it was like I didn't have to think about it anymore. The business was just coming in, and I could focus on giving really quality, excellent service, adding new products and services to my lineup, hiring more people, and doing what I did best instead of having to worry about all the other stuff. And so that's what's going to happen. We're going to see that when these businesses get an AI agent with us and it's working, they're not going to switch. They're going to take their mind off that and they're going to go to what they do best, offering really good services, excellent service. So,
Yeah, guys, our first objective with these bots is, these are businesses that are spending money, and they have a leaky bucket. Without these bots, they have a leaky bucket. We'll explain more about that later, but um, so that's the first thing. So now their advertising dollars is going further. Well, we have other services that will help them take that saved money, put it back into more advertising, and really grow their business. Steve, I was looking at a social media campaign that it looks pretty exciting, and that is, uh, Steve might want to reply to Ken's package there, but I think we may have financing in Canada for that. Um, at any rate, yeah, so there's a social media package. That's another $1,000 a month add-on. So guys, with all the technology, we're BrandRise 360 AI. The bot is just the tip of the iceberg, just the initial relationship building with these customers. And as they grow with us, you're going to keep getting uh, your percentage every single month. So as they spend more with us, you're going to make more with us.
that's right. Yeah. Um, Let me show you guys some of the ads that we're running. It's pretty exciting. As a matter of fact, I'll quickly go through this, but and we're gonna add this. We're gonna have this ready for you guys uh, as a social media challenge. But
I'm
we've
so
got
excited
some,
about that, Steve. You did
yeah,
it.
we
You knocked it out of the park with these ads.
yeah, we've got some really cool ads that here, let me center this on screen. Yeah, so like here's one of the ads here, right? Without AI, with AI.
See, we just want to pique their curiosity enough for them to do the demo, and then the demo sells it more than any of us could.
That's
And then
right.
once they
Yeah,
do the demo, it's just $1 for them to test drive it for 2 weeks.
that's right. Yeah. So we've got some different looks and
Those are really eye-catching, Steve. Great job.
yeah, different looks, different feels for it. And speed to lead, respond in second, not hours. So these are some of the really high-end ads that we're running, you guys, and this is what you guys will have available too to utilize to market and sell this stuff on your own through our social media challenge. Utilizing the BrandRise replicated funnels that we have put together for you. Look, you see him, look, he's all upset, missed calls. He's losing money. The money's going up in flames because they're spending a bunch of money on advertising. And then here he is smiling and happy, and the AI is throwing money at him. So, this is good eye-catching stuff, and it's all the same. Get your demo now. Custom AI agent built on your company info in 60 seconds or less. Right? I mean, that's what's going to catch people's attention. That's what's going to catch their eye. I like this one. This one's a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, so we've got some really cool stuff. Yeah, this one is the multilingual one. I think that's super powerful. All of these agents come pre-built, ready to go. If somebody answers the call, if they're answering a call, and if they're in a different language, the AI will immediately start speaking back to them in that language. So that's really powerful. Um, every lead, every conversation, on one dashboard, being able to handle that was the biggest turning point for my business is having everything in one place. And it's on an app right on my phone. And my whole team could use the same app. We all see the same thing. We're all part of the same conversation. It creates a lot less confusion, a lot less double booking, and a lot more instant communication with our clients that are looking to book appointments. I mean, my stuff runs 24/7. So if I don't know, I get it all the time. People are trying to book a detail job at 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't personally respond to them until the next day after 8:30 in the morning, but my system is talking to them at 12:30 in the morning. They want to talk, go for it. But yeah, so these are some of the ads I wanted to show you guys. Um, really cool. So you guys can see, I mean, this stuff is really high tech, very eye-catching. And that you look at this one is the one that we're using to reach out to a lot of the doctors and and it's not just doctors, it's HVAC, anything that's home, anything that's service oriented. These folks need AI, barbershops, construction, doing home improvement stuff. Um, these guys need help talking to the customers that are coming in, even though they're, we found some of the home service oriented, they're just like overbooked, but they're still spending a ton of money on advertising and marketing. Why would they want to waste that money? So we're going to help them, like Ken said, fix that leaky bucket and, talk to those customers and bring them in. That's, I learned, I've got a degree in marketing and advertising. And one of the big things was you want to tell your clients, because back in the day, you'd walk into a company, you talk to the business owner and you'd be like, hey, we want you to advertise with us. And they'd be like, oh, we're doing really good. So no need to advertise. And I'd say, no, now's the time to advertise. What do you want to do? You want to wait for it to go back down and then you're in a dip and then your cash, you don't have the cash to advertise. And then you fall into a dip. When you're going up, that's when you want to increase your advertising. That's when you want to put more money into your advertising and infrastructure so you keep it going and you're constantly on kind of an upward trend. You don't fall into these up and downs, which small businesses always go into. They just don't understand advertising and marketing. So that's how we can help them, is to keep that trend going up by utilizing these AI bots. So I just wanted to share that real quick with you guys. This campaign is really exciting. I really, Ken did an awesome job, by the way. I want everybody to throw some fire in the chat for Ken. This is Ken's graphics. This is his baby. I was so excited to see, these graphics come from Ken. And you did a great job, Ken. And I think this is this good, absolutely our best Facebook marketing campaign to date. We're already seeing conversions, you guys. We're already seeing it, and our campaign is just barely in learning phase. Literally was launched like Sunday afternoon. So I kind of a mic drop for me, Ken, at this point.
Man, yeah, I am so super excited about this. One
Yeah.
thing that just to quote Alex Hormozy, which a lot of you might be familiar with, he says the people that are going to win in the marketing game are those that can afford to pay the most for the lead. And he says not that that's your goal to pay the most, but you can afford to, and you can afford to if you look at the lifetime value of a customer. So guys, let's say we put $500 out and we just get one. Let's say we get a half of one from the 500. Okay, so we're going to get that money back essentially in 2 months. And now we're going to, 10 more months of that year, we're going to keep making that money 500, 500, 500, 500, and potentially for years. So the value of these customers, guys, is just incredible. So yeah, just incredible timing, guys. I mean, there's a blue ocean out there and it's kind of a land rush. to get as many of these bots out in these customers' hands, so to speak, as fast as possible. Because see, these systems they run their companies. They're they do so much that let's say you get 100 bots out there making what's that, 15,000 a month residual income. You get 100 bots out there in your name, and are they going to switch because somebody else comes along a year from now and to save them $200 when you're adding an extra, 5, 10, $15,000 a month in profitability? No, they're not going to switch, guys, because this is going to be embedded in their running of their company. And so it's kind of like the first people out there to get these installed in these businesses are going to be the big winners. That's what I believe, and a lot of other individuals in the space. We see this as a huge opportunity. So you want to get as many of these registered in your name, as soon as possible. And that this adopted bot is certainly going to make that possible. Hey, Steve,
Yeah,
there's a question about Canada. We have some people trying to finance it in Canada. Uh,
I'm talking to our dev team right now. I'm typing
okay,
to them to add that to this campaign. So I think
perfect,
that was an
perfect.
oversight. We were kind of filling it out, see what happened. But man, we're going all in because we're getting conversions out of the gate. I don't know how to tell you guys how excited I am. Um, as this thing continues to work, man, it's going to mean massive success, massive growth, everything we ever wanted for this company, for this team, for this system, for this entire machine to really crank was to have a really, really good working advertising campaign that we could let everybody join in with us on. And we found it. It's working. It's
Yeah.
happening. On top of that, we've also got the hidden wave that you guys is going like crazy. I'm getting people joining the VIP. I've seen at least 3 to 5 people a day doing the VIP, almost 3 to 5 people a day consistently joining that $7 VIP, which is another entry point, really low entry point. We get them into our coffee talk conversations and we meet them where they're at. And then they start converting and they start ascending through our offer stack. You guys, there's a lot of good things happening and we're getting this machine working. So very, very exciting.
Hey, Steve, just real quick. So, sequentially, so again, we're putting our money first of all into the most profitable campaign, and then we're not going to be one dimensional, right? So it's not just BrandRise, it's BrandRise and Sparky. So as we are reinvesting our profits, we're going to diversify our campaign. Now, Steve, you talked about something as far as like pausing. So if you bought one of the hybrid packages, we haven't even started your clock yet. Is that right, Steve?
That's right. That is absolutely right. Yeah. So um once the hidden wave campaigns are running, then that will turn on that portion of your campaign. That membership will actually start then. So
Right.
we're all ready to go, but we really wanted to launch this. The timing is everything, you guys. So we put all of our energy, and I mean, we put a lot of coding, a lot of agentic AI into this. It was a big overtake, it was a big undertaking to get this, instant under 60 seconds to have an AI bot instantly created, everything wired into our affiliate program, setting up all of our new affiliate, the whole thing has just been a lot. So we wanted to do it and we want to do it right. We don't want to just throw it
Yeah.
out there and just hope it works and spend everybody's money and hope it works. So this was the area that we decided to focus in on first. Anybody that's got one of our new packages, on the Sparky side with the memberships, and you bought the annual package, you bought the big package, it's basically going to start over. We're going to restart the time on it as soon as we launch those campaigns. And it's just a matter of days before we do that. So,
Yeah, and the other thing, guys, we always, think in volume discounts and so forth. So if you participated in one of the Sparky ad campaigns, email me, Can at Prosperity Highway Global, and just say, hey, I'm interested in the Adopt-A-Bot too. And because of the money you've already spent, then you're going to get an extra sweet deal. Uh, And again, for anyone that does volume, we're going to give you a better deal. And a lot of it's out of just appreciation of the loyalty, guys. So if you stepped up before and you're looking at this and saying, "Hey, I'm thinking of stepping up again," we're going to say thank you and give you an extra special deal. So if you've got a pack and you wonder what that looks like, you can email me and I'll respond and give you that information.
Yeah, that's really important. I mean, because we've run other ad campaigns before, and those were, to be absolutely clear and honest and transparent, those were advertising campaign, co-ops. So we spent the money in advertising. We just didn't quite get the conversions because everything was changing so fast. There was so much hit the marketplace so fast that it was hard for us to keep up. And so, uh, you know, those monies were spent in advertising, but we still want to convert. We still want to fulfill, on all of those advertising campaigns that we were running before with the new stuff that we're running that's absolutely cranking. And as we continue to adapt and grow with the changing of times, I mean, we've hit it, you guys, across the board. We're hitting people where they're at, and things are going to grow very, very quickly again. And as it does, we're going to continue to assign and continue to fulfill on the ad packs that we've already sold before, uh, because that's the kind of people we are. We didn't just want to start over. We believe in making sure that everybody has equal opportunity, especially folks that have, supported us and believed in us and contributed in the past. We got your back. Period. Just we got a really good deal for you, so we got your back. Make sure to text, like Ken said, text Ken. I'm Ken's a little bit more available by email than I am, but we got a deal for you, so make sure to reach out.
All right, so we kind of did it backwards, guys. Just for the
Yes.
sake of time, we want to get this adopt a bot up front because some of you have seen the demos and so forth already. However, we have some new twists here to show you today. So you definitely want to strap in for this next. Yeah. So my email is ken@prosperityhighwayglobal.com. So ken@prosperityhighwayglobal.com.
I'll put it in the
And
chat.
okay, perfect. Yes, Daniel. Thanks for asking that. And we're gonna have the financing for Canada too, guys. So awesome.
Yeah, that'll be turned on later today. Sorry about that, Ken.
Yeah,
That's
no
an
problem.
oversight. Well, we
Yeah,
got we got
yeah,
you, brother.
yeah, it's not if we can do it. It's already been approved because we do it
Yeah,
for other products. So it's just our in-house programming, doing some tweaking so that it's available on that page. So
that's right. Yes.
that's what you call easy peasy. We will get that handled.
That's right.
Okay, guys, well, I'm going to show you. There's three ways you can drive traffic into the funnel, and I want to show you those three ways really quick, and then we're going to get it into a demo, and then we're going to wrap things up here, guys. So let me share my screen. And okay, so in the back office, first of all, if you're interested in more, looking at more into this Adopt a Bot, just go into the Sparky store and click on the Adopt a Bot. And that's everything that Steve just walked over with you. So you can go there to get more information on that. It's right there in the Sparky store. Okay, now there's two ways that you can share, actually three ways that you can share the Adopt a Bot funnel, and soon there's going to be a fourth way with the social media campaign. Oh, sorry, I hit the touchscreen. So with the social media campaign here, let's see. So soon you'll be able to keep an eye on that, guys. Soon you'll be able to click on here the social media posting. Right now we have for the social media, we have the oh, hold on here. Am I hitting the right place, Steve?
Yeah, you just got to log back in.
Oh, okay.
It logged you out. So
Uh-oh, log me out. I'm a slacker here.
yeah.
Um, can you explain a little bit about the social media and how that's really specific, really drilled into the bots?
Well, yeah, we got about 60 different ads with social media posts email post, um, text messaging, just like our other social media challenges work. Like, can I show you right here? There'll be a third one popping up here. Hopefully by tomorrow. And you can click on it and it'll have all those posts that I just showed you, plus a bunch more that you can share, copy and paste, simply copy and paste across all your social media, driving them in to one of two different funnels of your choice.
Yeah, so guys, that'll be exciting. So we just want an all-out massive action. We want to get some serious momentum here in the next 30 days, the next 2 weeks, really. Okay, so now what are the three ways that you can share the message and get these AI bots being made? You know, right. Two of the ways is right in front of the customer's eyes. Okay, we'll show you that. So go to the promo dashboard, and the bottom two are for the bots. There's this one is high tech and it has the video. There's a lot more information on that. And so, that's going to have, share them both, do some split testing, but maybe you just had a conversation with someone and you just want them to go ahead and put their website in there and see a demo with as little extra information as possible. So when you're fishing, there's two different kind of lures there. So with those, you send the prospect the link and then they put in their website and then they see it built right in front of their face. Now, there's another way that is really powerful. It's we call it our AI bot giveaway, and the fact that you're able to create these, and you can take the credit for it. Join the great AI bot demo giveaway, so you can literally take the credit for it. Let's say you have a mechanic or restaurant or somebody the business owner. You might even be sitting right there, in their waiting room or in the restaurant or at the booth and like, hey, I know this owner. I've spent a lot of money here. I want to show them what I did for them. So you can go ahead and click this demo giveaway and fill this form out. Now, we even made it a little bit easier as far as required information. Also, we opened it up to, we got some good feedback from our friends in the UK that they were having a hard time with the form. So now when you put in the form, you can select your country. So there's all these countries that you can put in there. UK is, certainly one of them. And you go ahead and now we'd like to know if you're in the United States and Canada, because that opens up, the financing options with certain products. So are you in the United States, Canada, or other? But anyway, you go ahead and put in their name and their business email and their website. And as far as the what we need from the company, that's it. Then make sure you put in your information, your referral ID for, with Sparky, and then that'll be tied to you. Okay. So one guy's done 100 of these. I mean, he has a large span of influence and he just puts them in. Now we've really made some progress here, guys, just, with this instant one. Before when we got started, it's like you fill that out, you might have it back, in a week. And maybe if we sent it and you didn't know we sent it, maybe it's been sitting there in your spam and, because time's gone by, it just loses some of the power. But now, guys, literally you fill out this form within 60 seconds, you can expect that to be in your email. Now check your spam just in case, check your promotions tab and so forth. But if you fill this form out, guys, and you do it right, then you shouldn't have any problems. Now, one thing, guys, if you're putting in multiples, then you want to do an incognito window. And after every session, close it out completely and then open a new incognito window. And then when you put in, on this one, you could put your same email in there because this is designed that way. But obviously, if you're putting the same business in with the same email, it's, you might have an issue. So if for some reason you are putting that in the business again, then you can go ahead and, for example, you can add left of the @ sign, you can add plus like a few numbers or a name or something like that to make that email unique, especially if you're using our other pages, guys. If you're putting in information, an email that's already been in there before, you have to make it unique so that the system doesn't recognize it. But if you're putting in different businesses in this form, you can go ahead and put in your same information on this part of the form. You should be okay. Okay, so again, the different ways here in let's see. Okay, so with the back office, just recap, you can go to the promotion tab, and there's two funnels. We're going to show you those real quick, and then you can click on the AI bot giveaway. So there's three ways that you can share this, and then there'll be a fourth as early as tomorrow on the social media, which is going to drive people to your capture pages. Okay, so we'll show you what that looks like. And okay, so I've kind of queued this up here. So I just grabbed a company in my area, and I put in a name, an email for the company, and a made up phone number. So this is just a demo. Um, and by the way, when you do that, maybe you can add tester to it, or testing, whatever. Just so when we see this coming in, okay, that's so and so testing their funnel. And then you click here and here. So it's a unique website. To my knowledge, I haven't put this in before. It's possible that I did, but I don't recall putting that in there before. So you go ahead and put that in. Let's see. That was interesting. Little message. Um, but it worked, right? It worked. So it's loading the system. It's building it right before my eyes. Now, guys, some sites with the bigger companies, it may not show visually their website, and that's pretty rare. I mean, I did Starbucks as a test, and big companies like that, they have kind of some blockers there. Now, this is still loading, so it's still possible that it'll bring up their website, but high 90% guys right in front of them, they're going to see that built. Now, they can still have the experience. It just that, in some rare cases, may take a little bit longer because of how their website's formatted, but that's really, really rare. Of course, it does it right when I'm doing a demo. So, okay, so so the customer fills out the form. It's built right in front of them. They can start interacting with that. They can start chatting with it. They can start with a voice, and then when they're done, they'll go, wow, I could test drive this for $1, really? And they go ahead and click this, and they see the prices, and they say, well, yeah, I think I'll do the one bot. And they do that, and it takes them in there, and it shows them that they can do the 1 day trial, cancel anytime if needed, but no obligation. They can, they can use this for. Now that we do need to add a footnote here, make it clear there are some small usage fees, just as you would expect. Let's say if we had a pure texting platform, you can use our platform for 2 weeks, but obviously nobody would expect that we would pay for their SMS messages going out. Well, there are some usage fees with AI, and so they'll be, but that's not, their membership is $1 for the 14 days. And again, guys,
we
if we
get
have,
on a meeting with them and we talk to them about that anyways, right, Ken?
right, yeah. So
During that 14 days, we're talking to them about this stuff.
yeah, right. So as soon as they see the demo, I lost my spot here. Anyway, so they see the demo. Here we go. And then on that page, brought them to this page here. They go ahead and click that, and then they'll be clear before. So what we want them to do now, here's the next thing. So they do that, and then we encourage them to book a time. And Sue's built this amazing form where they could just fill it out and say, okay, I want my bot to be male or female. I want it to speak this language, or have this accent, have this type of a personality. So we want the bot to reflect them and who they are, and what they want. And so that a lot of the conversation is going to be what, how they want the bot to perform, what they want it to do. Do they want it to book appointments? Do they want it to transfer hot calls in emergency situations or in sales situations? So it really does a lot with them. So after they sign up for the trial, then we go ahead and book a time where we can get with them and go ahead and get that set up. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do a little demo here, guys, with Mark, just because I'm more familiar with Mark. So I'm going to go ahead and do this demo, and if you haven't seen it, guys, it's amazing. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun. We're going to do this demo. We'll cover a few other items here, guys, and then we'll wrap up the call. So let's talk to Mark and see how this works out.
Hi, I'm Mark, the friendly AI assistant at BrandRise 360. Today, I'd love to show you how I can act as a custom voice AI agent for your business. May I show you a quick demo?
Yes, Mark, that sounds great.
Awesome. To get started, could you share your first and last name? I'll confirm it with you before we move on.
Yeah, it's Ted Anderson.
Thanks, Ted. Just to confirm, your name is Anderson, right?
Correct.
Perfect, Ted. All right, I'll ask a few quick questions about your business, then I'll role play as your AI assistant to show how I'd interact with your customers. Sound good?
Sounds great, Mark.
All right, Ted. What's the name of your business?
Anderson and Anderson Chiropractic Care.
Got it. Anderson and Anderson Chiropractic Care. Thanks, Ted. Could you tell me a bit about your business? What industry are you in, and who's your primary customer?
Yeah, so obviously chiropractic, but it's a family-owned business, been around for 20 years, and it's my brother, myself, and our dad.
That's amazing, Ted. A true family legacy. Chiropractic care and a personal touch like that must really resonate with your clients. Who would you say is your primary customer? Families, individuals with chronic pain, athletes, or maybe a mix?
Yeah, great question, Mark.
Mix of clients then.
Yeah, great question. Great question, Mark. Yeah, it's 90% of it is people are in pain and they don't want to do drugs and surgery. They're looking for a way that can get them out of pain without causing them pain. A lot of clients are afraid of the chiropractors that do the snapping and the popping, and we don't really do that. So we leverage some high-tech tools to really get to the root of the problem in a painless way.
Got it, Ted. Helping people find relief without the fear of traditional chiropractic methods or invasive options. That's a powerful niche, especially with your focus on high-tech, painless solutions. Thanks for sharing that. All right, now I'll act as your voice AI assistant for Anderson and Anderson Chiropractic Care, and you'll pretend to be one of your potential customers. This will show you how I'd interact with your clients. Ready to dive in?
Ready, Mark?
All right, here we go. Hi, thanks for calling Anderson and Anderson Chiropractic Care. I'm Mark, your voice AI assistant. How can I help you today?
Yes, Mark, I've had this pain in my neck. It's been going on for about 6, 7 weeks now. I've tried everything. I've gone to some chiropractors who've referred me to surgeons. I've tried cryotherapy, massage therapy, physical therapy, about every gadget I can. I'm still in pain. I'm really looking for some relief.
So sorry to hear you've been dealing with that, and it sounds like you've really been through the ringer trying to find relief. Let me help. At Anderson and Anderson Chiropractic Care, we specialize in non-invasive, painless solutions that get to the root of the problem. Would you like me to check availability for an appointment so we can get you in and start addressing that neck pain?
Yeah, in a minute, Mark, I just have a couple of questions. So, what drew me to your company was on your website. I saw where you were talking about the DRX 9000. I've done some research and that looks really attractive. The fact that it can help restore my bulging disc, my herniated disc, and help me avoid surgery. Can you tell me a little bit about this DRX 9000 and how that works?
Great question. The DRX 9000 is a state-of-the-art spinal decompression system designed to gently and effectively relieve pressure on your discs. It's especially helpful for conditions like bulging or herniated discs, as it works by creating a negative pressure within the disc, which can help retract the herniation and promote healing. The best part? It's non-invasive and completely painless, so it's a great alternative to surgery. Many of our patients have found significant relief with this treatment. Would you like me to help you schedule a consultation to see if it's the right fit for your situation?
Yes, Mark, as soon as possible. I want to get out of this pain.
I hear you, Ted. Let's get you on the path to relief as soon as we can. Let me check availability for an appointment. What day and time works best for you?
Tomorrow morning would be great.
Let me confirm. You're looking for an appointment tomorrow morning, March 25th. Does any time between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. work for you?
Yeah, let's go 10 o'clock.
Got it. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, March 25th. Let me confirm that for you. Is there anything else you'd like help with while I finalize this?
No, I'm excited to move ahead, and I see you do laser therapy. Can you tell me a little bit about the laser therapy and how that might work?
Absolutely. Laser therapy is another fantastic non-invasive treatment we offer. It uses low-level laser light to penetrate deep into the tissues, promoting cellular repair and reducing inflammation. It's great for pain relief, improving circulation, and speeding up recovery for a variety of conditions. Many patients find it complements treatments like spinal decompression really well. If you'd like, we can discuss adding it to your care plan during your appointment tomorrow. How does that sound?
That sounds great. That sounds better all the time.
I'm so glad to hear that, Ted. It sounds like you're on the right track to finding the relief you've been searching for. That wraps up the demo. I hope this gave you a clear picture of how I could operate as your voice AI assistant for Anderson and Anderson Chiropractic Care. If there's anything else you'd like to test, let me know. Otherwise, let's talk about how we can implement this solution for your business.
Let's do
What
it.
stood out to you the most during the demonstration?
Well, I have to say, Mark, I never knew that talking to a bot can be this natural and easy and effective. You do an amazing job. I think you do a better job than most humans that I've talked to could do a similar role.
Wow, Ted, that means a lot. Thank you. I'm here to make things as smooth and effective as possible, and it's great to hear that it feels natural and helpful. The beauty of a voice AI assistant like me is that I can handle these conversations 24/7, consistently delivering that same level of care and professionalism every time. Let's take the next step to bring this to Anderson and Anderson Chiropractic Care. Implementing a voice AI assistant can save you time, improve customer satisfaction, and ensure no opportunity is missed. I'll send you a text with a link to schedule a one-on-one AI impact assessment with our team. During that session, we'll create a tailored plan for integrating this solution into your business. Does that sound good?
Yeah, Mark, I want to talk about the pricing and really what I can expect from kind of a ROI standpoint. I see that I could have two agents for 497, a voice agent and a chat agent, and I understand that voice agent can actually answer my phones too, 24/7 in multiple languages. So that's incredible.
You're absolutely right, Ted. For $497, you'd get both a voice AI agent and a chat AI agent. And yes, the voice AI agent can handle phone calls 24/7 in multiple languages. That means no missed calls, no language barriers, and consistent service around the clock. It's like having a team that never sleeps. As for ROI, businesses typically see a significant boost because the AI handles routine tasks like booking, FAQs, and follow-ups, freeing up your team to focus on higher value activities. Plus, it helps capture leads you might otherwise miss, like after hours calls or inquiries. Many clients find the system pays for itself quickly by increasing efficiency and customer satisfaction. If you're ready, I'll send you that link to schedule a call with our team so we can dive deeper into pricing, ROI, and how this can be tailored to your business.
Yeah, let
Want
me
me to
just
send that info now?
yeah, let me just check the math. So I think from what you're telling me here, people go to my website, being able to talk on the website, have that experience, get their questions answered. Plus, I know we're missing calls during the day that's just going to voicemail, and I doubt a lot of those people even, call us back. So, if my customers, the lifetime value of a customer for us is right around $2,000, and if I could convert three customers per week that I wouldn't have got otherwise without the system, what would the numbers look like for me on a monthly and then an annual basis?
Ted, let's break it down. If your lifetime customer value is $2,000 and you're converting three additional customers per week, thanks to the system, here's what the math looks like. Weekly revenue. Three customers, X $2,000 equal sign. $6,000 monthly revenue. $6,000 X 4 weeks, equal sign $24,000. Annual revenue, $24,000 X 12 months, equal sign $288,000. So with just three extra customers per week, You're looking at an additional $24,000 per month and $288,000 per year in revenue. And that's just from the missed opportunities you're capturing. There's potential for even more as the system works 24/7 to engage leads and answer inquiries. When you compare that to the $497 monthly investment, the ROI is massive. You're essentially turning a small monthly cost into a six-figure revenue boost. How does that sound?
Wow, that's jaw-dropping. Yeah, I'm ready to move ahead. Although my partner Steve has a quick question in regards to languages.
So we have a lot of customers that actually speak Spanish and even some that speak German. If they call in, how can you give me an example of how you would talk to them if somebody called in Spanish or if somebody called in German?
Great question, Ted, and I'm glad Steve brought that up. The voice AI assistant can automatically detect the language the caller is speaking and respond in kind. For example, if a Spanish-speaking customer calls, I'd say something like, Hola, gracias por llamar a Anderson and Anderson Chiropractic Care. Soy Mark, su asistente virtual. En que puedo ayudarle hoy? And for a German-speaking customer, hello, danke. Das Sie Anderson and Anderson Chiropractic Care angerufen haben. Ich bin Mark, our virtualer assistant. Wie kann ich Ihnen heute helfen? The system ensures that every customer feels understood and supported, no matter their language. It's seamless and professional, and it helps you connect with a broader audience. Does that answer Steve's question?
That's a game changer.
Steve, how much more would that cost us to staff
Oh
just the
my gosh.
phones with if we had to have different people in different languages? I mean, that's incredible.
Well, yeah, I mean they automatically, they demand a higher pay if you got multiple languages. And two, if it's mind-boggling how much more it would cost. Hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to be able to manage what we can manage here for as low as $397 a month. So it's yeah.
Legal team to cover phones 24/7 would be a massive expense, not to mention the challenges of scheduling, training, and turnover. You're
That's
absolutely
right. That's right.
They cost hundreds of thousands annually, especially for the level of coverage and consistency this system provides. With the voice AI assistant, you're getting all of that: multilingual support, 24/7 availability, and flawless professionalism for just $497 a month. It's like having a dream team that never takes a break, never asks for a raise, and always delivers. That's the beauty of AI. It's efficient, scalable, and cost effective. So, are you ready to take the next step and schedule that call to get everything set up?
Yeah, just one last question. So, Mark, when people ask how much does it cost to have these on their website and backing up their phones, the bigger question is how much is it going to cost them not to have these talking websites and bots answering the phone? I mean, to me, that's the big question. How much is it going to cost not to move ahead? And that's a pretty big number from what I could see.
Ted, you nailed it. That's the real question. Cost of not having a system like this can be staggering. Missed calls, unanswered inquiries, and lost leads all add up. If just a few potential customers slip through the cracks each week, that's tens of thousands of dollars in lost revenue over time. And when you factor in the lifetime value of a customer, the opportunity cost skyrockets. On top of that, there's the cost of customer dissatisfaction. People expect quick professional responses these days, and if they don't get it, they'll move on to a competitor. So, not having this system could mean losing both immediate revenue and long-term loyalty. When you compare that to the small monthly investment for a voice AI assistant, it's clear that moving forward isn't just a smart decision. It's essential for staying competitive. Ready to lock in that next step?
I'm ready, Mark, but I'm going to go ahead and guys, I just ended that early just for the sake of time. As you can see, he's very effective at closing the appointment. So
Always closing.
yeah, he's always close. But guys, is that not incredible? I mean, that's what when people have that demo. Here's the thing: is AI is very powerful, but it's way easier to demonstrate this AI benefit than to try to explain it. And that's why this instant demo is so powerful. That's why the dollar trial is so powerful. We're placing these into the marketplace is the way I look at it, Steve. It's not a big sell. It's demo, place, residual, income keeps coming in. So,
That's right.
it's awesome. I am so fired up about this.
And I mean, there's like 3 million new companies being formed every single year just in the United States alone that are going to need this. And, so many companies out there that are dying to have AI that need it. If they don't, they're going to be left behind. So it's just, we're in a perfect time, perfect place, and we're never, it's never going to end. We're never going to not have customers to sell AI bots to, and it's a perfect entry point with the 60-second instant preview of what can be done. It makes people feel very confident and like it's not going to be a huge chore. It's not going to be a lot of work
Yep.
for them to implement AI into their company. That's why this is so exciting. That's where we're at with this. And that's why it's so powerful. This, in this ad campaign, like I said, you know us, you guys, we're very transparent. And we're having action right now as we speak with a campaign that's barely coming out of not even first gear. It's still in learning phase, and we're already getting activity. So very, very excited. Ken and I, before this call, we were like, Yahoo! I mean, we're just so excited that, the conversions are happening.
I like when they become a customer before you even talk to them. It just really makes it nice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because
And
it's
like
captive audience.
And Kevin put in the chat, and as this thing grows, watch what happens with the level of confidence of newbies. In fact, they will start doing more income producing activity to drive people to their site. Powerful. I couldn't agree more, Kevin. Great comment. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. I mean, as the confidence grows for everybody, like I said at the beginning, you know, that's what we all want. We're all here for the same reason. We want to feel confident about the systems that we're working with, the companies that we're working with, the community that we're growing here. That we want to not only be so part of it, that we want to invite people that we know, love, and care about and our circle of influence, because as human beings, it's installed in us. We want to help. We want others to to enjoy the same success that we're enjoying. And if they can help us and we can help them and then they can help others, it's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win.
That's right. There's one of our long-term members that love the guy, been amazing. He he kind of held off until the instant bot was ready because he didn't want to have to wait for an hour or a day or a week. He's like, when you get the instant bot ready, let me know. And he is so fired up because he's just going to exposure after he's going to call businesses. You want this demo? Want this demo? And just get it out there. And he's like, I don't want to have to sell it. I just want to invite people and let you guys sell it. Hey guys, how powerful that? I mean, total turnkey system. It's all tuned in. You post, you share, however you want to share, participate in the Adopt a Bot. We do all the selling for you, and then plug it in, attach it to you, and then you have that residual income. And what's exciting is you're going to have the residual income from our businesses, but then also your team's going to grow, and then they're going to do the Adopt a Bot, and you're going to get money on the Adopt a Bot. So, and then they're going to come in and go, well, you mean I could have all these streams of income? And they're going to come in and join Sparky, many of them. The entrepreneurial ones will come in. And BrandRise is separate. We're not trying to recruit all of our customers into Sparky, but if they were introduced that way, if you introduced a friend from your Sparky link and you're fine with them being involved in both, guys, this I could promise you this. You can look at Steve's background, it's Sparky. Look at my background, it's BrandRise. Are we saying it's one way or the other? No, guys, it's both, right? And one feeds the other because then you have a team of people come in. You have a team of people that are coming in, and then they know business people, right? They know the restaurant owner, they know the auto mechanic, they know the retailer, that all of that. So this is like 1 + 1 = 11, I would say, Steve.
Yeah.
These two together is
More
huge.
like 111.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, buddy. Well, I do have my the hard stop just to like a minute
I
ago,
think,
so I
yeah,
need
I
to
was
get.
gonna say I think we're about a minute past. So
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna go ahead and unmute everybody. We love you guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching this recording. We'll be back on Thursday with some more updates and see how our conversions are going, and and have some more community interaction. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and end this. So aloha, everybody.
Aloha.
Have
Bye.
a good night.
Aloha.
You guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
We're
You're
waiting.
awesome.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
How's Vidanya? Talk to you soon.
All right.